Hello, my dear soul, out there somewhere in the world. I had a strong need to record this message to you right now. We have terminated the year of the snake. Year of the snake, shedding old skin, going really slow, has ended officially. And you might be already on your path, on your purpose, on a project, whatever that looks like for you, but you're already in it. You're already doing it. And the energy of the last days is crazy high frequency and is a lot at the same time. It is coming and asking every one of us to make smart decisions, to be factual if necessary, be grounded, all of that good stuff. Some of those opportunities are actually attracting a lot of, how can I say that? Also, kind of shadows, I guess, because where there is a lot of light, especially if you're on your purpose and on your path, and you really find you just know that you're on the right path, you will attract a lot of a bunch of everything basically, which is also part of being abundant, right? You have a lot of possibilities, and now it's up to you to choose. Um, just a short note on that thought is that there is no right or wrong. Life is about creating yourself. So don't be judgy. Don't be judging yourself harshly at this time. Um, you will be learning along the way, and that is totally fine. However, if you have felt this high pressure, this high energy, maybe even overload of energy in the last days, um, this message is for you. So, yesterday, I start to notice that it is really important to not only make smart decisions, but more so to keep my life balanced with all areas there are. So I decided to go on a concert. It was a great concert. I was laughing um, a few times during that concert. It was a comedian actually, and there were a few moments where he really touched my heart. I was really laughing. I was even crying at one time because I was laughing so much, which felt just so great and awesome. And today, when I woke up, I got this really strong message that I wanted to share with you because I feel like there might be something in it for you. Um, we're right now at a moment in time where things are slowing down just a little bit. And I can feel this happening for me and in my environment already. Strange things are happening, like platforms are not all of a sudden stopped working. Decisions that need to be made up until today, all of a sudden there is a time frame opening up until Monday. So, like small things like that, where I just felt like all of that pressure, there is just this tiny window right now where we are currently in, being in the year of the horse, where it allows us to really ground ourselves, to really focus on our thoughts. If there have been thoughts about doubting yourself or anything like that, this is not the time for it. Shed that. That is part of the old year. It is not aligning you with your higher purpose, and you know that already. So you shouldn't be doubting yourself. But more so, take the energy, take those many opportunities that are coming along your way, even if they package themselves in not great opportunities at the first place, in the first glance of an eye, they will, and maybe actually are already turning out to be something really good, like a blessing in disguise, actually. So everything is happening exactly when it should be. Keep that in mind. But more so, this message is about reminding you on the need to be balanced right now and to really focus on what makes you feel good. And whatever that is, you will have the time frame right now. Also, before the full moon starts, actually, to really take a step, not back, but to really pause and try to recharge as much as possible. I feel like this is a sweet spot. It's like, if I would compare it to a book, it would be a chapter and then the next chapter. And we're just in this small amount of time where right now we can really ask ourselves what it needs, what we need, what our body needs, what our emotional body needs, our soul level needs, to really recharge that. And also to recharge stones. If you're working with stones, like for example, those bracelets are made of different stones, or jewelry, whatever you have in your home, it is a great time to clean those. Not only to clean yourself, to ground yourself, but also to clean everything that comes with it. So starting with yourself, going to the stones, but also then saging your home space, is a really great moment to do so, especially during full moon. You can already start today. I will be uploading this video prior to the full moon, but whenever it comes to you, there's time for it, and the time is now. So don't feel the pressure, but more so the excitement. Try to turn the pressure into the feeling of excitement for what is coming, and know that the more you can ground yourself right now, the more you can find moments where you really enjoy yourself, where you really appreciate life in all of its forms and kinds. The more you can go back out there and give it your all, give it your heart, because that's what your purpose is asking you to do. And in order to be able to do so, we have to remind ourselves, I have to remind myself, to be gentle with us during this path, but also to clean ourselves, to clean the stones, to clean our environment, the space that we live in. Which I believe is a really essential time right now. So we have to, I'm still trying to find myself also in that new circumstance where we don't see a lot of things happening before they happen. But that will actually, I believe, stay like this. And also knowing that we're in the year of the horse, the velocity of things happening, it won't be slower. And therefore, we really need to not only set our intention, not only have our purpose in place, our path that we want to go, but to really try to embrace that as part of our lives going forward, and to value those precious moments where you can really breathe and ground yourself and relax and take a nap if necessary, go to sleep in an adequate time. Everything that you would consider that recharges your batteries. Feeling the sun on your skin, going outside, chatting with friends, having a laughter at concerts, whatever that might look like for you. But really try to not get overwhelmed by the pressure, by those many opportunities that are coming along our ways, but more so be reminded of you as a complex person have many areas in life. So whenever one area, especially the business part, is taking over too much, it won't be good on a long term. You know that, I know that. So if you have found yourself being in that web of making decisions, quick decisions, maybe even tending to make impulsive decisions because you just need the push, or you just feel the push or the need to decide quickly, take a moment to really pause and ask yourself, is the thing that I'm currently deciding on, that the thing that I'm currently working on, is that only a small fix for right now? Because if so, try to change that into building something really long term by asking yourself, how can that specific decision also have a good impact on my purpose from 3 years from now, for example? And then to make the decision, I feel like that would be the right thing to do right now. For the full moon, there are, of course, rituals that you can do. You can look up a lot of rituals online too. But what I do, especially because I work with stones a lot, I will clean them and I won't leave them inside the water. I never do that because once they clean themselves with the water, everything is basically staying inside the water. So what I would always do is to clean it first under fluent water, water that flows continuously, and I would just clean it under this water. Afterwards, I would clean my hands, and then I would leave them outside in my garden porch so that they can absorb the moon energy of the full moon. And after that, I would sage them. And I would do the same with my home. In order to do so, I would open all of the windows, all of them, and to start at one corner in your house. And there are different strategies actually. There's one thought that you can, for example, do it on going left around your house. Then there's another one that says to go right around your house. Not sure if you're into that. What I do is, and I just wanted to give you the shout out that there's different ways to do it. But basically, my main focus is to open all the windows and then to sage from one corner, doing all the corners in your home. That is really essential because in the corners, something can get stuck. So it is really important to reach all of those corners, if necessary, to move furniture or whatever is there. It is great because in that space where you don't get the sage into, there's the possibility for something to get stuck there. So I would sage all the corners, and then I would start at one point, going through all the floors and rooms and whatsoever, and finish where I've started. That is one thing. And the other thing, especially for the corners, there's this trick, if you want to call it that way, that you can put salt into the corners, because wherever there is salt, nothing can get stuck. So you can put salt into the corners of your home, and that will be an additional help for saging the space. It would be great once you put the salt there to leave it there for the full moon, and after that to take it out again. So don't leave it there, because just as the stones, it can absorb things. So we don't want those kind of things to stick in our houses. So just take the salt out and throw it away. And just as you would clean your environment, your space, your stones, really try to balance yourself out, to clean yourself from, food and physiological needs, emotional needs, For the women out there, if you feel the need to have a massage, go and get it. Now it's the time. In our auras, we as women, we tend to um, collect a lot of things. Men don't. For the auras of the men, it's like they re-clean themselves within 24 hours. For the women, it doesn't work like that. So we really need to focus also on releasing a lot of things. If you need to cry, it's all right. It's part of the healing, the releasing process. Take a bath with salt if you want. Salt is very cleaning. And especially also focus on your head, on your mind, because whatever feels like pressure, try to reframe that into excitement for that new chapter, and take that precious moment right now, these next days along the full moon, to really recharge yourself, whatever that might mean or look like for you. And I guess that was the message that I wanted to share with you. Just know you're not alone. You're never. We are never. And everything is happening exactly as it should. And so I trust and I believe that this message reaches you when you need to hear it most. And see you in the next one. I appreciate you. And keep up working on your projects and your purpose. And the more you find alignment with yourself, the more you feel happy and grounded and relaxed, the more you can give out to other people, to the purpose, to your purpose. And if you want to exchange, feel free to do so. This channel has been created for that. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye.